there's something, I will be failing in my duty if I don't raise this.
Tell me.
Freedom of the press in Egypt is something worrisome. I mean, Al Jazeera journalists are still being charged there and all that. Why are my colleagues not able to practice free trade?
No, maybe I would correct this.
Okay.
I would tell you without any exaggeration that we had hundreds of channels, television channels working in Egypt, private and governmental.
Government, oh, yeah.
Yes. And we have foreign news agencies working in Egypt freely. When you mentioned Al Jazeera, I don't think that if a channel works against the interests, your national interests, and hosts people who encourage terrorism, could be left to freely broadcast and work in my country. We should take an action. We never stop freedom of expression, but we stop financing terrorism and encouraging terrorism. So we cannot say that the Jazeera is free opinion. It is encouraging terrorism. And this reporter who is now in front of the court is charged with criminal charges. So he needs to prove innocent in order to be free. If not, he will be charged as any other, not any other person who committed something that deserves to be charged with.
But how free is the judicial system in Egypt?
No, it's completely free. We have a complete separation between the powers in Egypt and no influence whatsoever, political influence on the juridical system in Egypt, whatsoever.
Al Jazeera is demanding the immediate release of its journalist detained in Egypt and says the allegations against him are baseless. Mahmoud Hussein was arrested on Tuesday after arriving in Cairo on a personal visit and then again on Thursday. Egyptian state prosecutors have ordered Hussein be held in custody for another 15 days pending an investigation for what they're calling targeting the state. His two brothers have also been arrested. Well, Al Jazeera has issued a statement in response to Hussein's arrest. It says the network denies all the allegations against our colleague as baseless and holds the Egyptian authorities responsible for his well-being while he's in their custody. The statement goes on to say that it also rejects the detention and demands the immediate release of our colleague, Mahmoud Hussein. Al Jazeera also warns the Egyptian authorities against any attempt to torture our colleague and force him into false confessions.